11 exhilarating action movies for Power Ranger lovers. The Power Rangers have been very popular amongst children and adults alike through several media forms over the years. Since their debut in 1993, they have entertained their fans with movies, television series, books, and toys. But it doesn't end here. Despite being a 90s staple in pop culture, this universe has continued to touch the hearts of youngsters across the globe even after 25 years. What's not to like about a group of teenagers with superpowers and spangled cheesy outfits? In this video, we have picked some amazing movies that share the same tone or style as Power Rangers content, and we are pretty sure Rangers fans will definitely like these movies. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The Guyver, 1991, and Guyver 2, Dark Hero, 1994. After stealing a confidential device called the Guyver unit, Dr. Tetsu Sagawa is hiding from Kronos. However, he is eventually caught by Lisker, Kronos' right man, and killed. At a dojo class, his daughter Mizuki is informed of the news. When CIA agent Max Reed takes her to the scene of his death, Mizuki's boyfriend Sean follows them there and accidentally finds the Guyver. He stuffs it into his bag, not knowing that the device would later merge with him. This merge turns him into a cyborg superhero.
I am the Guyver!
When he finds out that Kronos and Lisker are after him and want the device back, he starts uncovering a covert ploy that involves Kronos wanting to engineer horrifying monsters. In the sequel titled Guyver 2 Dark Hero, Sean Barker, the protagonist who activated the Guyver, is on a quest. He is trying to uncover why the machine forces him to fight crime and destroy all evil things. He finds himself in an archaeological site where scientists have discovered an old spacecraft. Soon, he again finds himself facing Kronos before he finds the secrets of Guyver's origin. The Guyver is a film directed by Screaming Mad George and Steve Wang together with Shochiku Films. It is a loose adaptation of the manga series by Yoshiki Takaya of the same name. Although Takaya's series has seen several small-screen live-action adaptations in Japan, nothing compares to the American movie starring Jack Armstrong and Mark Hamill. The series contains immense turmoil, violence, and body horror. Compared to that, the film gives viewers a schlocky and cringy vibe, making it more of a guilty pleasure watch. After watching him as Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill's character, CIA agent Max Reed with a mustache, is absolute fun to watch, but his presence in the film is short. Having said that, there is one whole scene where Hamill converts into a cockroach-like being, a transformation process that reminds you that practical effects genius Mad George is in control of the film. However, watching the Guyver fight like the Zoanoids later in their rubbery outfits again makes the audience laugh at the cheesiness of it all. Overall, the Guyver's suit and armor combined with the movie's action-packed vibe makes 90s kids smile, thinking about how much it reminds them of their favorite Power Rangers. Guyver 2 Dark Hero is based on the Japanese manga and anime called Bio Booster Armor Guyver. Its tone and vibe are much darker and more serious compared to its prequel. Moreover, it is more closely based on its source material compared to the Guyver. This R-rated movie was an upgrade from its predecessor, not only in practical effects, but even in terms of actors' performances and direction. Steve Wang, who directed this movie solo, made sure that it contained high production quality. Although its cinematography and sets appear to be slightly rough around the edges due to its low budget, its entertainment value is high as ever. David Hayter's playing Sean Barker gives the character just the right edge that it needed. After almost 3 decades, it's about time that the Guyver gets a less cheesy high street and live action rendition on Netflix or Hulu, which truly showcases its dark aspects. Black Mask, 1996. Michael was a test subject for a project that created super soldiers. When the project was cancelled, he, along with his comrades, was forced to escape. After trying to live a quiet, peaceful life for months, a chain of vicious murders begins. The murders have all the symbols of Michael's former compatriots who turned to a life of violence and crime after the project ended. Soon he realizes that the police are helpless against these super soldiers and decides to tackle the problem himself. He wears a mask to protect his identity and fights the powerful villains as the mysterious superhero who calls himself Black Mask. Daniel Lee's Black Mask is an adaptation of Lee Chi-tak's 1992 manhwa of the same name. The film contains excellent action-packed sequences with sufficient gore and violence. It stars the handsome Jet Li in the lead as the super soldier who fights against his former compatriots to reduce violence and death. The film moves at a brisk pace while recreating the comic book's actions on screen with intense violence. It is filled with neo-noir psychedelics with mind-blowing camera techniques, making this one of the most underrated superhero movies. Although viewers claim that it was slightly cheesy and a tad too dark, it certainly kept them hooked due to its element of suspense and incredibly choreographed fight scenes. Moreover, it contains several comedic elements that only Jet Li could balance, along with his character's seriousness. Daniel Lee has taken the conventions of all the film genres and created extreme versions of them. Overall, Black Mask gives the audience some Hollywood-style nostalgia, making it an entertaining watch for Power Ranger lovers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze, 1991. The four Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, discover the origins of the ooze, which is the substance that they were made from. Unfortunately, their nemesis, the Shredder, also finds out about the ooze and wants to use this substance for his own evil intentions. The four turtles are once again put to the test to fight evil and prove they are better ninja fighters. Michael Pressman's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is a gem for all fans of the four ninja crime-fighting turtles. Viewers could say that the Ninja Turtles are just as popular among fans as Power Rangers are, maybe more. The film has several action-packed sequences and a hint of sci-fi which sways the audience. Go! However, it reduced the violence and gore factor compared to the first film, which shifted the film's target audience to a younger group. Pressman does a good job of its special effects, clearly shown in the scene where Shredder appears as Super Shredder after having drunk the last vial of ooze. The bodysuits of the turtles and the two minions of Shredder, Razar, and Taka still look fabulous. Overall, the movie has a perfect balance of suspense, comedy, and action that makes its 90s viewers very nostalgic. The Phantom, 1996. 4 centuries ago, a boy's father was killed due to an attack by the Sang Brotherhood. The boy who witnessed the entire thing was washed on the Bengala Island shore, where he swore to himself that he would end all the greed, piracy, cruelty, and injustice in the world. To do this, he became the Phantom, an avenger with a mask who fights for justice. He leads people to believe that he is an immortal figure known as the Ghost Who Walks. In the present day, the successor of the first Phantom's job is to go to New York City to prevent a power-hungry businessman from finding 3 magic skulls, since this would give him the world's ultimate power. Simon Winsor's The Phantom, or Ghost Who Walks, reminds viewers not just of the Power Rangers, but many other superheroes in an exhilarating jungle adventure with incredible cinematography. With Billy Zane starring as the Phantom, what more could viewers ask for? The film is extremely entertaining with remarkable special effects and production design that have a strong impact on the audience. It contains a fascinating storyline as well. The Phantom was created by Lee Falk in 1936 and claims to be the first superhero ever. Moreover, what viewers love about the Phantom are the human-like traits that don't set unrealistic expectations for the film and help in creating small-scoped but extremely entertaining stories around him. Don't go into this film considering it to be Christopher Nolan's Batman or Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. It has a completely different tone that fluctuates between being extremely cheesy and damn serious depending upon the situation. Riki-Oh, the story of Riki. In 2001, amidst a scope of privatized prisons, Riki-Oh, a martial artist and former music student, has been sentenced to 10 years of incarceration due to a manslaughter charge. He killed a major crime lord of whom Riki's girlfriend met her untimely demise. After seeing his friends being horribly harassed and killed by the prison guards, he seeks revenge on all of them one by one. Lam Nai Choi's film presents itself as a combination of Bruce Lee meets Fist of the North Star. Although this film is more of a revenge action rather than a martial arts flick, viewers thoroughly enjoyed it nevertheless. Adapted from the Japanese manga titled Riki-Oh by Masahiko Takajo, Riki-Oh, the story of Riki, presents itself in the form of a live-action comic book with intense action sequences. The protagonist showcases superhuman-like strength that results in not mere punches and blows, but guts falling out, and the situation becomes too bloody. This raises the thrill of the movie while making it significantly dark as well. Moreover, the film's choreography and special effects speak for themselves as certain scenes defy logic and look slightly schlocky, but this only enhances the charm of the film because the viewers are aware of the comedic undertone. If you haven't watched this movie yet, and even if you enjoy gory films, you are doing a disservice to yourself. Max Steel, 2016. Max McGrath, a teenager, discovers that his body has the ability to generate the most powerful energy in the universe. He also learns that he has to bond with the only living being that will be able to contain that amount of energy. This being is a mysterious techno-organic extraterrestrial creature called Steel. The two merge and become known as Max Steel. As they become friends, they must fight against an alien menace and uncover its past. Max Steel, directed by Stuart Hendler, is based on the action figure of the same name created by Mattel. The superhero also got his own comics and cartoons. The movie deals with several technical aspects that might confuse viewers, but it has hilarious dialogues and moments that keep them entertained. It is a sci-fi adventure film with a decent cinematic origin. Viewers are hoping that it will ultimately turn into an entire franchise of its own. It is highly praised for its originality and an intriguing protagonist. Furthermore, Hendler did not rush the storyline. He executed the film at a graceful pace that left room for the character's development. The film also contains good special effects that are visible from Steel's suit and metallic armor. Pacific Rim Uprising, 2018. 10 years after the Battle of the Breach in 2035, former Jaeger pilot Jake Pentecost earns his livelihood by stealing Jaeger parts and selling them in Los Angeles on the black market. He tracks part of a disabled Jaeger's power cord to a secret workshop. 15-year-old Jaeger enthusiast Amara Namani runs this workshop. Both of them are soon arrested by the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps after an argument between Amara's single pilot Jaeger and a police Jaeger. Jake sees a holographic transmission of his sister and the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps Secretary General Mako Mori. They convince him to return to the Defense Corps as an instructor, with Amara as a new recruit. Stephen S. DeKnight's Pacific Rim Uprising is a suitable choice for this list for a few reasons. Firstly, it is much more lighthearted compared to its extremely dark prequel. This one contains certain cheesy elements that make the viewer smile as they watch robot-like creatures fight each other. After Star Wars The Force Awakens, John Boyega blows the audience away with his performance that isn't nearly as heavy and intense as the prequel characters. It contains an entertaining climax where the viewers see multiple Jaegers joining forces to battle a large monster. This action and thrill make viewers nostalgic for Power Rangers and make them smile due to the film's schlocky undertone. Moreover, it borrows certain elements from films like Godzilla and its sequels. What was highly appreciated about this film is that DeKnight did not try to replicate Del Toro's award-winning direction. In not doing so, he created a movie with an entirely different demeanor that was evident on its surface.
It's head crunching time. Think fast.
Star Kid, 1997. Spencer Griffith is a shy 7th grader who has a crush on his classmate Michelle. His life changes suddenly when one night a mysterious meteorite crashes into a local junkyard. When he investigates the site, he finds a cybersuit, an exoskeleton with an artificial intelligence from another galaxy. He decides to put the suit on. Although he takes some time to adjust to it, he finds that he now has qualities such as enhanced speed and strength. This leads him to become a completely different person, filled with a confidence that he did not have before. Manny Cotto's Star Kid serves as every youngster's fantasy that gets bullied and wishes that a celestial miracle comes and changes their whole life. It is a fantasy action movie that portrays children's innocence before it is disrupted. Cotto creates a multi-dimensional protagonist that appeals to viewers more than anything else. Spencer's character shift leaves viewers impressed, and they can see all the versions of him that were suppressed because he was bullied. There are certain comical elements to the film as the hero takes time to adjust to the suit and the process he undergoes to control it. This reminds viewers of their favorite Power Rangers even more because it gives some of the vicarious feeling of being one of them by seeing this movie's protagonist come across a suit. The film's plot progresses slightly in a comic book style, with simple, ordinary lifestyle suddenly transforming into the origin story for tones of action like Clark Kent or Peter Parker. Did you know, despite what viewers think, Joseph Mazzello didn't have much fun filming the movie because most of his scenes were done by stuntmen? AXL 2018. AXL is a top secret robotic dog that the military created to make sure that their soldiers are protected. AXL is a codename given by the scientists who created him. Its full form is Attack, Exploration, and Logistics. It contains incredibly advanced future generation AI. After an experiment goes sideways, AXL is found hiding alone in a desert area with a gentle outsider named Miles. Miles establishes a connection with AXL by activating his own repairing technology. The duo together develop a friendship based on one another's trust, compassion, and loyalty. AXL helps Miles become confident and goes to extreme lengths to protect him. This includes facing the dangerous scientists who created AXL, who now want their experimental dog back. Soon Miles partners with Sarah, a smart, resourceful ally, to protect AXL despite knowing what is at stake. All of Her Days AXL begins on a generic note where a teenager feels like he has nothing to look forward to in life and spends his days on a dirt bike, but it quickly takes an extremely touching turn. It undergoes a genre transformation from coming of age to sci-fi to full-on suspense as Miles and Sarah work together to protect AXL. From the immoral scientists who are his creators, the film's special and visual effects are remarkable. They have used animatronics as well as CGI to create AXL. The dog presents an ethical conundrum for the film. The dog's personality changes are so extreme that it will always keep the viewers in confusion on what's going to happen next. It is either wagging its tail with neon blue eyes when it's happy, or turns into a ruthless killing machine when it's not. Bulletproof Monk 2003. A mysterious monk has traveled across the globe for more than 6 decades to protect an ancient scroll with information regarding how to achieve ultimate power. It is now his job to find a new keeper for the scroll. Carr is a street-smart young man who is selfish and only cares about himself. He serves as an unlikely candidate for the job. However, Carr soon saves the monk from being captured, and the two of them team up and decide to save the world by not letting the scroll get into the wrong hands. Paul Hunter's Bulletproof Monk reminds viewers of a blend between a typical Hong Kong martial arts film and a mashup of several American genres. It contains dubious notions that seem ridiculous but are also self-aware, hence it keeps the light and fun environment of the film intact. Although the fight scenes and action sequences aren't as inventive as one would expect in a martial arts film, it demonstrates well choreographed moves that showcase well-trained fighters leaping in the air. Moreover, this Matrix-style film also contains great editing and blue screen work that viewers thoroughly enjoy and needs to be watched with an open mind. It is based on a comic book written by Brett Lewis and illustrated by Michael Avon. Although the actors' performances aren't widely explored in this movie, they contain substantial charisma to keep viewers glued to the screen to see where the two men's journey takes them.
Come and get it.
The Heroic Trio, 1993. An invisible woman is kidnapping newborn babies who are destined to be emperors and delivering them to the mysterious subterranean supernatural evil master. The police are powerless and the city must be saved by three very different women who share a terrible past. Anita Mui plays the mild-mannered wife of a police inspector who's also the mask-wearing, sword-slinging, and knife-throwing crime fighter Wonder Woman. Maggie Chung plays the shotgun-toting, hard-boiled bounty hunter Thief Catcher. Michelle Yeoh is Invisible Woman, the troubled but determined strong right arm of the evil master. The Heroic Trio, directed by Johnny To, is an adventurous kung fu superheroine film with solid production value to woo the audience and blow them away. Although it contains certain disturbing elements, it also has all the makings of an epic action flick. It has the dramatizations of sisters being separated during their childhood and reuniting as comrades, along with a romance subplot that keeps viewers glued to their screen. The film contains an ambitious plot, accompanied by a comic book-styled vibe throughout. It has remarkable choreography, intense saturated colors, and impressive stunts to enhance the leading trio's bravery, not to mention three beautiful women in their prime. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Hang on! I am hanging on! Hang tighter!